Okay, we'll get started in the interest of time. I'm Dennis Hanwell. I'm the mayor for the city of Medina, and we'd like to thank, we don't generally get a crowd like this or cheerleaders for a ribbon cutting, so this is pretty exciting. Kimberly was not able to make it. Kimberly organizes these things for the city of Medina due to a emergency in her family, so you're stuck with me today as leading the project. So Jacqueline Ringstmeyer is here from the Medina Chamber of Commerce. Barbara Dezer is the acting director of Main Street Medina. The city of Medina, Main Street Medina, and the Chamber do these ribbon cuttings collaboratively because everything that happens in the city we try to do collaboratively, because if we're all pushing in the same direction, we all benefit from that. And one of our biggest collaborators is the city schools. The city and the schools have worked for years on collaborations, efficiencies within the school that the city can help with, and likewise efficiencies in the city that the school can help with. And we're very thankful for that collaboration, and we work with the administration and the school board to continue to find additional collaborations where we can again save the taxpayers money or use it more effectively and as efficiently. So from the schools, we have Aaron Sable is the superintendent. Jim Shields is not only a councilman, but the director of human resources here. John Burkhart is the business development officer. And our school board members are, the president of the school board is Rob Skidmore.
Doug.
I'm sorry, Doug. Okay, Doug is the president of the school board member, Rob Skidmore, and Becky Parkhurst, and Ron Ross. So 4 of the 5 here, and again, just to show the support. Also present is Todd Hodke, athletic director. Did I say that wrong?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, she has a B.
Sorry.
And Larry Laird is the high school varsity football coach.
He's good. Over here.
Okay. So I'm going to turn it over to Aaron first to make some comments, and then I think Aaron's going to turn it over to John, and John's going to turn it over to Larry, if my agenda's right. Sir?
I appreciate everybody coming today. I know it was probably hard pulling you guys out of class. I want to thank our board members for their support throughout this project. You look at a field like this and it's absolutely beautiful, but what you don't see by just looking at the turf is the impact that a project like this has on our students. If you look at athletics, if you look at the arts, both of which will be hosted on this field, and you look at the statistics on student achievement, students that are involved, these students that are involved in these kinds of activities, whether it's the band, cheerleading, football, soccer, they all have an impact on their academics and help them to make them better rounded people, which is the kind of people we want to raise in our district and we also want to raise in our community. So I place high importance on a project like this. Of course, the reason for moving forward with this is because we want to make sure we have safe facilities for our students and for our community to utilize. And we are lucky to go through an extensive process to put in the safest field that we possibly could at the best cost. I'm extremely happy that we have the sales tax, and thank you to all of you that shop Medina County because this field wouldn't have been possible without sales tax dollars. We are continuing to look at support from local businesses and companies for the field, and that's a process that we're moving forward with Tim Turretin, who is owns a local marketing firm. So we will be talking to our community further about financial support as well as advertising that we can offer through the field. So sponsorship is still going to play a role in this project. As we move forward today, it's really important to me that we recognize that this is for our students, and a little bit later on this afternoon we're going to ask our students to be the ones to actually officially open up this turf We've got our first big event tonight, our marching band kicking things off, and then a football game against Lakewood, which I know we're going to win. So it's going to be an exciting evening. I'm calling it now. At this time, I want to introduce our Director of Business Affairs, John Burkhart. He's going to talk a little bit about how this process occurred.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to start by thanking Todd Hodke, our athletic director, for all the time and effort he spent on the project, and then, of course, Superintendent Aaron Sable and the entire school board for their support throughout the project. We started last winter looking at different specifications. There's a lot of different options as far as field turf. What we wanted was the best turf for the money, and we wanted the safest turf for the money. So what you don't see underneath is this pad system. This is kind of a newer system. It's underneath here. What it does is three things. It's better impact absorption for our athletes. It also increases the life of the turf because it's less wear and tear on the top surface. And last, it has drainage system built in for any drainage deficiencies that we would ever experience here. We went through a process where Todd and I were in the car for a day and a half. We went around the whole region looking at different fields, walking them, wanting to know what's good, what's bad, what's ugly about them. What do we need to look out for as far as installation, all the ins and outs of field turf. It was a little bit like shopping for a mattress because you had to walk the field, feel how soft it is or how firm it is, and kind of make a decision from there. We developed our specifications, went through a competitive pricing exercise, and we selected A-Turf. And A-Turf did what I would say is an outstanding job. We experienced no hiccups throughout the project. And we're very proud to present this to not only our athletes, but our members of our musical programs that use the field and everybody else in our community. So once again, thanks for coming, and I'm going to turn it over to our coach, Larry.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out today. It's great to be back in Medina, by the way. When they said that they were going to replace the turf, our football program obviously got excited. But as a teacher and a coach, I think about our superintendent has a saying, and it ties in with the turf project, if you ask me. Every student, every day. Okay, whether it's academics or athletics, that's why I'm back here at Medina. We put the students first, and I'm very excited to be back here. Very excited for the football program. Very excited the benefits for all the students at Medina High School and in our community. Already seen some Pee Wee football programs out here playing. It benefits the soccer program, benefits anybody that wants to use it as a team from our district. So just the benefits are amazing. And it is great turf. I've been on a lot of turf in my long career. It's some of the best turf that I've been around or been on. All right. So thank you very much. Representing the football team today. And if I screw up the names or mess up the names, I apologize. JT is one of our senior captains. I have Patrick, one of our senior captains. William, raise your hand, senior captain. Gavin Montgomery, and Lavelle. Okay, Gavin's going to say one word or a couple of words about the community and the project.
I just want to say a quick thank you from all the students and the football team to the great community of Medina. It's been like a really supportive community for all the years that I've been here, and it wouldn't be possible without like all the tax dollars, as Mr. Sable said earlier. And thank you for just all the support and coming out every Friday.
So two more things real briefly. I was waiting to see if Senator Obhoff would make it. Sometimes he's the president of the Senate of the state of Ohio, and he sent us a resolution, which I'll read a portion of, but sometimes his schedule has him jumping from place to place, and we were giving him every minute to get here, and I'll give him 2 more minutes while I introduce the city staff that's here. Barbara Deser is also here. She works in our economic development department. Jonathan Mendel is our community development director. Lieutenant Dave Burkvickler is here. He's the acting chief for our police department. Denny Simpson is our councilman in this ward that we're standing in, and Jim Shields is a councilman down where AI Root and Ella Canavan is. I think that's everybody. So, last call for Larry.
It's all you, man.
Okay. I'll read a brief portion of this and present it to you, Aaron. It says, this is on behalf of the Ohio Senate, signed by Senator Larry Obhoff, President of Ohio Senate. And it says, athletics have played an important role in the total education of our young people, and it is through projects like the renovations at Ken Duke Stadium that Ohio continues to provide opportunities for student athletes to grow in experience and maturity. I salute all who have contributed to this undertaking, for they have guaranteed that the facility will remain modern and have re-emphasized the commitment of Medina City Schools to athletic achievement. Thus, it's with sincere pride I commend the Medina City Schools on the ribbon cutting and for its improvements to Ken Duke Stadium, and look forward to its future with great optimism. And I present this on behalf of the Ohio Senate. Thank you. And now we're ready to cut a ribbon.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, ready? We're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Cut it. Right now? Yeah.